240 games have been played in the CPBL, and now it all comes down to a best of 7 to see who will be crowned the 2020 Taiwan Series champions. The first professional baseball league to start its season back in April will be the first to play over 100 games and begin its championship series. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. After the Taiwan Series, we've got the Korea Series, the Japan Series, and 9 different winter leagues playing until February, when spring training begins. On this channel, there is no end to the baseball season. This year's Taiwan Series will be the first in 4 years not to feature the Monkeys. The 3-time defending champions spent the first 2 months of the season at the top, but finished second in the first half standings, then dead last in the second half. Even though they finished second overall, they did not reach the postseason, so we'll have a new champion this year. Last year's runner-up, the China Trust Brothers, earned their place in the Taiwan Series by winning the season's first half, and they had the best record overall, so they will be given home field advantage. The Brothers have not won a Taiwan Series in 10 years, the longest drought for any team. They've been runner-up in 5 of the last 6 seasons. The Uni Lions are the other team. After a poor finish in the first half when they were 11 games out of first, they made a couple really good signings and came away with the second half title, winning it by a razor-thin margin over the Guardians and Brothers. The Lions last appeared in the Taiwan Series in 2018, losing 4-2 to the Monkeys. They last won the Taiwan Series in 2013. Now let's see how these two teams compare. The Brothers won the first half and stayed competitive in the second half, mostly because of their pitching. Brothers pitchers allowed 273 runs, the fewest of any team. Their best pitcher for the season overall was Jose de Paula, the league leader in wins, 16, ERA, 320, and strikeouts, 192. Ariel Miranda was third in ERA, 380, and Esmil Rogers had a 347 ERA in half a season of work. But the pitching wasn't as good in the second half as it was in the first. A big reason for this was N.C. Huang, one of the league's best pitchers in the first half and the best domestic pitcher. In June, he was named Pitcher of the Month just as the Brothers were wrapping up the first half title. Then he was out for a little while with injury, and when he came back, he wasn't the same. But still, they have the best starting rotation in the league, and a good bullpen too, led by C.C. Lee, the CPBL saves leader with 23. In 51 appearances, he carries a 2.34 ERA and 0.96 WHIP. Setup man Chun Wei Wu has 24 holds and 56 relief appearances, ERA 3.08, and the Brothers' bullpen has a few other relievers with sub-4 ERA. The Lions, on the other hand, did not get here because of their pitching. Lions pitchers surrendered 339 runs, second most in the CPBL. It was especially bad in the first half, so in the middle of the season they signed some new foreign pitchers. Tim Melville has been good, putting together a record of 4-3 with a 2.93 ERA. Another one is Teddy Stankiewicz, 6-0, ERA of 3.81. And they have a really good closer in Yoon Wen Chen, 23 saves, 2.09 ERA, 1.09 WHIP. So their pitching improved in the second half, allowing them to win more games, but the Brothers clearly have the advantage here. Both their starters and relievers are better than what the Lions bring. But the Lions' strength is their offense. They scored more runs than any other team, while the Brothers scored the fewest. Rookie Ang Koo Lin led the league with 32 home runs, a rookie record. Chie Chie-Su had 28, good for second in the league, and was third in OPS, 983, and seventh in stolen bases, 13. Chie Hsien Chen won the batting title with a 360 average, also had the most hits, 171, and highest on-base percentage, 420. Brothers' offensive star is Tse Chi Chao, September's Player of the Month and the hottest hitter in the last month of the season. He finished the season with a slash line of 327, 386, 594, and 22 home runs. Wei Chen Wang is a 339 batter, with 17 stolen bases. Tse Hsien Chan has a 403 on-base percentage and 20 home runs. So the Brothers have their share of offensive stars, but the Lions have better. Now, with one team's success based on pitching and the other on hitting, how did they fare against each other during the regular season? Altogether, the Brothers won the head-to-head 22-17 with one tie, but most of the Brothers' wins came in the first half when they won 16 out of 20 games they played. In the second half, the Lions beat the Brothers 13-6 with one tie. Home field advantage doesn't figure to be a big factor. In the second half, the Lions were 16-14 at home, Brothers were 16-13-1. On the road, Lions were 16-13-1, Brothers were 14-15-1. Not a big difference there. Lions are the better base-stealing team. They stole 52 while the Brothers stole 40, but the Lions also allowed more steals. Lions' opponents stole 36 while the Brothers allowed just 26. Fielding favors the Brothers. Their 982 team fielding percentage was better than the Lions' 979, and the Lions committed 47 errors, Brothers 40. So it's a classic battle. You've got one team that beats you with good pitching and defense, and the other team that does it all with their bats. Brothers had the better season overall, but the Lions became a new team in mid-July, and they've been the better team since then. For my pick, as usual, I'm going with the pitching team. Pitching usually gets you further in a best-of-7 series. I'll say Brothers in 6. So what do you say? Who's going to win the Taiwan Series this year? Let us know what you think down in the comments. Here's the schedule. Series starts on Halloween and will run until a week into November. First 2 games are in Taichung, the brothers' home. Next 3 are at the Lions' home in Tainan. Back to Taichung for games 6 and 7 if necessary. And that's all for today. Enjoy the series, and until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.